Hi, this is Finance and Investing Just Joey style, and I'm out here walking my dog, Gizmo, on this beautiful day. Just got off work and got some random thoughts, but I'm getting together a new trading plan because I got a pretty good reality check that I have a very sucky one. I don't really have one at all. I had no structure on my trading. I just know the companies that I wanted to trade and I like them long term, but I have to change my mindset when I do a trade as opposed to when I do investing. Even though I trade on a longer term basis, I also have to be methodical and research the trade. So that means I have to get better at technical analysis. And I'm starting to understand the MACD better. I've always used RSI and Bollinger Bands, but I need to pay attention to actually entering into trades better with them. Also, I'm learning how to spot trends on like the yearly, monthly, weekly, so that we know when an optimal time to get into a trade is. Doesn't mean it's exact. We could still miss it by 10% or more, but it's very important. So I'm learning that stuff, and I think this is why it's very, very important. It's super important to use your network. Use the people that you know what they're talking about. If you've got someone in your life, like maybe you're not very good at like fixing your car. So if you've got a dad who's a mechanic or a brother or an uncle or a best friend, that's probably the guy you talk to about if your car is broken. So if you're in investing, you need somebody in there who knows how to invest. You need somebody in there that knows how to trade. So I have somebody that knows how to trade, and I'm learning to ask for help better, because in the finance world, I've never really needed anybody to help me because I've always just been really good at it. But trading, I'm not just naturally good at it on my own, and it's kind of making me mad. It's pissing me off, actually, but I got to do it because I want to grow my account better and I want to do it efficiently. And I very much so appreciate Shade's trades because he tells you exactly how it is. He speaks like I like to speak to people. He just sees what you're doing wrong because he's been experienced at it, and then just tells you straight up. Doesn't care about your feelings, he just says it. He's not intentionally being mean, but sometimes he comes off as that. But it's what people need to hear. It's what you actually need to hear. So it's wonderful. He's great. So that's what I try to do here. That's why we need to get our short-term finances under control. So before we talk about the market, let's talk about the budget. How much money are you spending every month on dumb crap? Or how much money are you spending every month just in general? Like, really sit down and figure out how much money you spend day to day, week to week, and put it in categories. And then those things that you do a couple times a year, like birthdays and anniversaries and concerts and football games and holidays and stuff like that, get a rough estimate how much that costs you, put that number and divide it by 12. And that's how much it would cost you a month to do those yearly things. So do the same thing with the weekly stuff, add it up, and look at your monthly bills. And then figure out how much money you're actually spending, and you might be surprised. Now, that tells you, if you're not happy with it, that tells you that you get to change it because it's your finances. That's what you're doing with your money. Anyhow, and then before you invest, you absolutely have to have an emergency fund of at least 1 month of expenses and have a surplus. That means more money coming into your household than going out, and manageable debt. So, and then you can start to dabble into investing long term. And if you want to learn trading, learn it, because I'm learning it right now too. There's many different ways to trade, but I think swing trading is the absolute best. It's less stressful. It's kind of like investing. That's what I teach. We find really good companies, great balance sheets, reputation, innovation, adaptation, adoption, and world-class management team. That's what I look for. The best of the best. There's, like I said, 10, 20, 30 companies that pretty much run the world. Find those companies and then allocate money properly to them, to the ones we think that are going to give us the most value in the future. The ones that we think are going to give us more value but less value than others, we put less allocation to. That's diversifying. And then we also put it into different companies in at least slightly different sectors if you don't want a lot of volatility. But if you don't care that your account goes up and down in, overall total, because it doesn't matter anyhow, it's long term. Now, your trading should be a little bit more specific, and it should be less up and down. Now, there's going to be some of that, but it should be going up over time. And if it's not, we got to do something. So mine is going up and down. It's going up slightly, but I should be doing better. So now I've got to change stuff, so I've got to learn new things. That's what I'm doing. Now, let's talk about the market. Man, Friday sucked. Jeez. Like, everything was like, oh my gosh, we're all going to die. And that's stupid, because we didn't. We're all still here. April, we did the tariff thing back in April. We're over it. They're coming. They're here. We got to deal with it. We know them. We know about it. Excuse me. We talked about it on our live stream on Saturday in my Trading and Shades Trades YouTube channel. But anyhow, we all thought basically, yeah, there was some concern, but we needed this breather too. That's very, very important in a bull market. We're still in a bull market. Things are going to rip. AI, earnings is coming up. We're already starting to report good things. And there's good partnerships out there. Like, big business is good. M2 money supply is going up. We're good. So this dip, anytime there's a dip, especially in a bull market, it's necessary. Now, yeah, we got to investigate to make sure that it's nothing huge and major and like, oh my gosh. But I've been saying it a long time. The only thing that's going to take the market down is Black Swan. That was a Black Swan. Black Swan got bought up. Get ready. If you still see things on discount, buy it. Okay? Especially if you're going long term. If we're talking long term, absolutely. Buy your favorite companies. Now, short term, pay attention to your charts. That's what I'm starting to do. Because I wasn't. And that's ridiculous. So I need to be more accountable for that. Let's see here. So, interest rates, they're going to be coming down. Government shutdown, it'll probably end soon enough. Probably next 1, 2, 3 weeks, I guess. It might push some things back, which sucks for my options. And I am leveraged, and I will be deleveraging and having a more steady strategy after the next several months plays out, because there was a reason that I've been leveraged. I just mistimed the crap out of it. But long term, you always pay attention to your long term. Like, my backup plan for every trade is just my long term shares. So I own the shares, and if my trades go bad, I'm there. But I need to get deleveraged on options and own more shares and trades, just because it's a very volatile market out there, and then options make it even more volatile, and I'm on margin, and that just isn't good for an account. So I told you, you're going to watch this journey, and I'm completely fine with risk, and I'm completely fine with volatility, and I know what I'm doing. And my account has been well managed for as daggone volatile. I mean, I've been up and down on a $40,000 account, $20,000, $25,000 3 or 4 times in the last 3 months. Some people can't handle that. Doesn't bother me, because I knew it was going to happen. Now, I didn't know it was going to come down as much as it did, and that's why I'm charting a little bit better, or being more aware of it anyhow. So when I'm learning, I'm a little bit more quiet. But we're good. Like this market dip, anything long-term, buy it. If you're a trade, make sure it's a good place to enter. But crypto, AI, especially crypto, over the next 3 to 6 months is going to do some fantastic things. Now, there's also going to be rips and dips, so take some profits along the way. You know, I'm not a huge fan of profit taking because I'm a long-term investor, but when you're trading, it's a must. And if you get it wrong, it's okay. Profit's profit, but learn from that. But yeah, we're fine. The government will open back up. It doesn't even matter if it does or not, really. But it does for some paperwork stuff like the Data and Clarity Act. Those things might get pushed back a little bit, which kind of sucks for my options, but I think we're still going to be good. There's some big people still thinking Bitcoin is moving hard, and I agree. I'm still 150, 175. I'm not a huge price target person, but this one's kind of important, and we'll see. And then Ethereum. Ethereum's great. Ethereum is really good, and I highly recommend BMNR. This is not financial advice, because just don't sue me. It's stupid. Like, this is your finances. Go out there. This is your money. You're responsible for your own stuff. You're responsible for listening to me. You're responsible. Be accountable. You're responsible to go do your own due diligence. Be accountable for your life. So, yeah. Don't sue me. Just be accountable for your life. Anyhow, there's my disclaimer. Buy good companies. I can't even remember what I was going to say now. Anyhow, what do you think? Oh, he's not there anymore. Anyhow, but yeah, buy the really good companies on the dip, and you're going to be just fine. Get your short-term finances together, and I can't remember what I was going to say, so I'm going to end the video here just because I'm probably going to ramble. But we're fine. This market's going to do good. We got some really big things coming, and over the next 5 years, you're going to really wish that you were in some of the biggest cryptos and AIs out there. And the big boys are a good place to start, especially in this new regime, like these treasury companies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Pay attention to those treasury companies. Now, there's a couple others that, you know, are going to pop up and whatnot, but those three for sure, and especially the biggest ones in those categories. Pay attention to where they go. Absolutely. These are the next networks that are going to be running the world. So it's a pretty good idea to be an owner in that. And the way I look at it, we're buying the future at a discount. So whatever we're buying now is a discount to the future. But yeah, learn your stuff, get a buddy, ask questions, and I think that's my cue to shut this video down. So this is Finance and Investing Just Joey style. I'll do some charting later once I start learning it more.